Welcome, everyone. Thank you again for joining the podcast here at the Growing Band Director Podcast. I had some announcements and things that are changing with the show. I just wanted to give some people some brief updates and thought this was the easiest way to do it. We are excited. We're a small show. We just started a few months ago. We've got about 10,000 downloads at this point. Lots more happening on social media and all that. So thank you for everybody who's been part of the show and helping us get this thing off the ground. So some things that are happening. First of all, you'll notice that in the future, when we do recordings, we are going to provide videos as well if you're watching on YouTube. So in the past, we've always uploaded the video and had a background for the logo of the show. Then you'll notice coming out here pretty soon this month, by the end of the month, the next live one that we have planned, at least, we're going to release videos as well. So you can see that. And also you'll notice that our logo has changed. So it was kind of a saying I thought was funny and true to band directors, but now we've sort of changed and updated it a little bit. So if you like it, you like it. That's great. If you don't, well, I like it. So we're still going to use it. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you a couple things that are new about our podcast. And if you are listening to this, then I'm going to do my best to describe this as well, but you're also welcome to jump onto YouTube and check this out if you want to see it. This is going to be a short podcast today. So if you jump on, here is our new website, which is called growingband.com. And you will notice that it redirects to something else, but this is just growingband.com. We had a website when this is very similar. We just updated a bit and moved it off of my school site. So it's a separate site now. Go to growingband.com and you'll come to this website here. So there's some things I wanted to point out to you on this first. So first of all, you'll see the new logo here, which is Growing Band Director logo, which you've seen on podcasts as well. You'll notice one of the new things here is our new exclusive merchandise store. And these links right here, there's two pictures of some flip-flops and some of a t-shirt here as well. All three of these will link to the same thing. And if you click on that, it should bring you to a store where you can actually buy some stuff for us. And the reason we're doing this is not only to spread the word, get everybody, some new merchandise and things like that. But also, I make just a couple bucks on each one of these. And I should say Jeff and I make a couple bucks on each one of these, which allow us to kind of spend more time doing this. You'll notice on the front of these shirts, it has our Growing Band Director logo. And then on the back of the shirts, they have our phrase that we've been using: work hard, get good, be humble, and work harder. So you can see this comes in lots of different types of shirts for men and women. You'll see things here like tank tops and let's see, what's this? All over print unisex tee, things like that. We got a mug and fanny pack. For those of you who are fanny pack people, we've got some shorts and flip-flops and things like that. Ooh, a zipper accessory pouch. I'm not sure I'll be using that. Some ladies stuff here, about as much as there are men's stuff. There's a nice little backpack here as well. Some stickers, some sweatshirts, some other apparel, even some working out stuff. Who knows? It's just kind of funny to see all these things, and even a towel along with your sweatshirt and all that for when you go to the beach. So just I wanted to let you know that is there, and those prices are fairly set, and I make just a couple bucks on each one of those if you buy one. So that would be awesome to see you wearing that around here somewhere in Maine. Next thing I want to talk about was the social media stuff that we've been starting here as well. So just got into social media recently, to be honest with you, because I never did that before, but we're doing it just for the show. So you'll notice Facebook icon is on here as well. And so we've got about 225 members as of now on the Growing Band Director podcast. You can look for it on social media, on Facebook, or you can click off the website like I did to do it. And please join if you have not, and check out some of the stuff that we're doing on there. You'll notice there's links here for the show to be right to the Apple podcast show as well. That's on there, which is the logo, as well as the Spotify link. And you can get it on all the other ones too. I just put on those instead of everything. You'll notice down here, we've got three others. We've got TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, where you can see sort of lots of the short little videos and uploads and things that we're doing on that to try to connect more people to the show, as well as a mail icon here where you can contact us. And all of these links down here below, subscribe to the podcast and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all that, contact the show, are there. You can click on that or you click up here. They both work. The other thing that I have not mentioned here on here so far is this Patreon tab. And if you don't know what Patreon is, you're going to start hearing me talk about it a little bit. It's basically a way for you to get some extra content for subscribing to a monthly fee, which is like $3 or $5, whichever one that you choose. And that way you can get the PDFs, including all the repertoire lists of the repertoire stuff that we've done from grade half to 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually we'll do a grade 5 as well. And you'll also get the audio to all these shows separately. So again, really just a way for you to show that you support the show and allow us to make just a couple dollars as we try to provide more and more of this content for you. And then last, as you scroll down, you'll see for the Patreon members, you'll be able to click on this show notes and audio recordings and all that. You'll see a couple embedded episodes, which my intent is to have those be the last few episodes in case you want to listen to it here. And remember, on this, you can see which one. My favorite one is this one, of course, with my wife. The middle school hang was a great episode. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you see it. You can click follow or share on that. Again, you guys are my best avenue for sharing these. So thanks so much for doing that. And then some pictures of Jeff and I and all that. So that's the website, and that's really what's new here. Coming up this month, you're gonna be seeing a bunch of things, some repertoire coming out this next couple months, plus some stuff for marching band here in the next month or so, as well as a lot of concert band stuff. We've got some jazz band stuff planned as well. And I'm really excited for this episode that are coming out here pretty soon, and one with the great Tom Lizotte that's going to be coming too. So let me stop sharing my screen here. And the last thing I wanted to mention was that I was able to meet a good friend in July named Dr. Heidi K. Begay. We were able to do a flute podcast that came out in July. If you haven't checked that out, you should check it out. She runs the Flute 360 podcast and does lots of other things as well. But she invited me onto her podcast, and it was great for us to be able to have it on our podcast as well. And even if you're not a huge flute aficionado, she gave us a lot of things to work on and think about with our students. And I just wanted to mention her again because she does it the right way. And this reminded me of something I should do more as well. But what did I get a couple days later was I actually got a note card, a thank you card, all the way from Texas, and just thanked me for my time and all that. And it was just that handwritten touch was a really big deal. You know, about 10 years ago, I had Alan Baylock, who's an amazing writer in the Jazz Idiom, up for All-State Jazz. And same thing, I got back, and within 2 days, I had a thank you card, and that was a really big deal. You know, that's how people get to be where they are, is being kind and thoughtful of other people. And that was a big deal for me. So the thank you card was really, really big. And then she also sent a couple of these Flute 360 things. So what are they? Polishing cloths. So I'm really happy to have gotten those from her. And then thankfully she had a good friend called Julie Stone, who is now becoming a friend of mine as well. I'm sorry, I was just blanking on her name. I apologize, Julie. She's at Eastern Michigan University. She is the flute professor, and she sent me a book called Notes on the Flute, Resource for Music Educator, Adult Learner, and Woodwind Doubler, of course, by Julie Stone. And I checked it out. My wife checked it out, and it's really, really great resource. So if you've got budding flute players, or you just want to know more about flute, I would totally check out this book, Notes on the Flute by Julie Stone. So thanks again for checking in with all of our updates and things like that. And we have a great podcast coming out here pretty soon with Mike Sakash as a jazz clinic, and I know you're going to love that one. So I'll see you guys on the flip side.